Habari gani? Umoja. Habari gani? Welcome to our 17th annual Kwanzaa celebration. We were going to wait to see if the rain would let up and maybe the crowd would pour in, but we might as well get the ceremony over and then we can just partay. How about that? All righty. I'm Adrian Williams with the Village Project, and this is our 17th annual Kwanzaa celebration. When I do Mardi Gras up the street, I become a meteorologist, and I check because we're outside. It never occurred to me that it was going to rain. So we had a wonderful crowd at City Hall today, and so we're just going to do the next, how many more days do I have? I just started, dadgummit. 6 more days of Kwanzaa. Tonight, we are celebrating the first principle of Kwanzaa, UMOJA, unity. And we're going to have Brother Clint and Brother Malik, my cohorts here, who are going to take over and do the pouring of the libations. We'll pour libations. We're going to start off by singing the National Black Anthem. Lift every voice, and where's Brother Clint? We're only going to do one verse, Brother Clint. Yeah, they did, because he threw my babies off. Okay, as I said, since I'm running this show tonight, I was trying to get to him at City Hall. I couldn't believe it. Made me sing every verse. All right, so let's stand and do the National Black Anthem, and we will only do the first verse. How about that? And I'm going to move from the microphone because I don't have a voice.
There you go.
Mama Bear said no. So I say the word Habari Gani, and you say Umoja, unity. It's the first day of Kwanzaa, where we come together to build up the love to continue through the next 6 days. I have my good brother Clint. He has the best voice on the stage.
Well, I don't know about all that.
He sounds like Bobby Womack.
So with that, I'm sure everyone knows the first verse of the song. It's the happy part of the song. Mm-hmm. And so that's the part that we're going to sing. Yes. So we want Adrian Johnson.
Yes.
And his brother who wrote the music.
Absolutely.
What was his name?
It came together. You got me on that one.
You
got me on that one. Well, you know, he just threw it over here because he heard me thinking about something else. See?
What's that brother's name?
You got me.
Before the night's over, I will
we'll know.
Bring that back to you.
Absolutely.
But with that, in African tradition, I would like to ask permission from the elders to continue. If you're 60 or older and you're
60 or older, you can raise your hand and say Ashe. Ashe. Oh, we got a whole bunch of them.
Go ahead, baby. It was the same thing. And with that, we want to sing the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing
till earth and heaven ring,
ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. on. All right. Give it up for yourselves. All right.
Beautiful, beautiful thing.
That was beautiful.
Miss Adrian, go ahead, do your thing.
Thank you, brother. So first I want to introduce our MC, Peter Fitzsimmons. Mr. Peter. In the old days, I used to do it all. Now I get a chance to observe Kwanzaa, and even though last year we did have a, a hybrid, we had one live performance or Kwanzaa presentation at City Hall, and then everything else was virtual. So for the first time in, 16 years, I got a chance to watch Kwanzaa. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mr. Peter Fitzsimmons, and I'm going to watch Kwanzaa again this year. Hey, Peter. You got the program?
I got the program. But don't go too far, Miss Adrian, because she got me up here once again doing the Kwanzaa. But I got my brothers right here. I'm doing good. I feel good. Yeah. Good to see you, brother.
Like Power Ranger right here.
So now I'm doing the jazz heritage and the history of the Fillmore when I do these introductions for a variety of causes. Today we're, of course, kicking off Kwanzaa, and we got Kevin Epps in the house. Yeah, we got some folks in the house. Yes, you got to know that, Adrian. Yeah, filmmaker extraordinaire. And since we're talking about, my favorite day of Kwanzaa has always been unity as well as creativity, because it means so much to me to be back in the Fillmore, bringing it back together and staying straight ahead. That's it. So what else do we need to say about Kwanzaa except that we are here together in unity? And I think we should start the process. Yeah.
Yeah, put your hands together for that brother right there. He been around longer than you know, and probably done more than you could imagine. With that, one of the things that we like to do in terms of Kwanzaa is to teach tradition. And we like to teach the way for the children who are going to be the next generation who are going to take Kwanzaa forward. So now Kwanzaa is not a new holiday. It's an American holiday, very American holiday, and it was founded, invented, created in 1966, which means it's more than a half a century old. But a lot of black Americans still don't know what a Kwanzaa is. So we try to teach how to Kwanzaa as we celebrate Kwanzaa each year. And one of the things that we like to do right in the beginning of our celebration is to invite the ancestors. They say when you die, you are dead. But when people stop saying your name, when people stop remembering that you were even here, oh, you are truly dead. So that's why we pour libations. There's not a country on the continent of Africa that doesn't remember the ancestors in this way. Libations is the pouring out of liquid in honor of those people who have passed away. With one person, usually the oldest in the village or in the gathering, pouring libations into the ground or plant or into a vessel like this unity cup, kikombe cha UMOJA. As the water cascades into the vessel, we say the name of an ancestor, Roberta Robinson, which was my mother's name.
That's right.
Now my voice is vibrated through the water as it cascaded down. It's not even water anymore. A loving alchemy is taking place, the vibration of my voice and this water, and now it's an offering to those who have gone on before us, whose shoulders we stand on and are obligated. So I want you to think of 3 or 4 names because we're going to come back to you. But right now, me and Brother Malik going to go back and forth, try to think of all the people we can think of that we want to come alive in the room. And I'm not talking about come alive like ghosts floating around and everything. We're talking about come alive in your heart.
That's right.
And in your mind. People that you want to remember. people that you're obligated to, and whose shoulders you stand on. So with that, me being the oldest one standing up here right now and the closest to the ancestors, youngster.
See, he's not that close. He ain't dying no time soon.
I didn't say I was going to join the ancestors. I said closer to him than you are.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
So with that.
So I'll say Lenora Loggins.
And the village says, Ashe.
Ashe.
Oh, they're bilingual.
That's right.
You're speaking an African tongue. I want to pour out a little love for my grandmother, Adrian Hardy. And the village says,
Ashe.
And
You
your
say
voice
Mamie
vibrates.
Loggins. Ashe. Willie Ollie Loggins. Ashe.
I want to pour out a little. Come again?
Hey, Ruth Williams, let's get it.
Ashe.
Ashe.
I want to pour out a little love for Fannie Lou Hamer.
Ashe. All right. What about Lee Sidney Smith, my grandfather?
Oh, my goodness. That's a good one right there. Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Aubrey
Hey,
Abacasa.
that brother was young, too, when he became an ancestor, huh?
Yeah, yes, very much.
I want to pour out a
Absolutely.
little love for that brother who showed so much grace while that man was taking his life, had his knee on his neck. He never cussed him, never disgraced that man. He just said, I can't breathe.
And he called for his mother.
And he called for his mother.
We say,
What was his name again, y'all?
George Floyd.
George Floyd. Ashe. I want to pour out a little love for Breonna Taylor. Ashe.
Ashe.
Little Trayvon Martin.
That's right. How about, Alan Williams.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Ashe. Maurice Matthews. Ashe.
Ooh, Mo, huh?
Ashe.
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 Ali.
Kali.
I want to pour out a
Yes,
little
sir.
love for little Emmett Till.
Emmett Till.
Ashe.
Ashe. Money, Mississippi. We
How
say
about that other
George
little brother?
Stinney.
George Stinney.
Ashe. How about Latasha Harlins?
Ooh,
Ashe. Mamie George. Ashe.
El Haj Malik. El Shabazz.
Ashe.
How about the greatest?
That's
Muhammad
right.
Ali.
That's right.
Ashe.
Ashe.
What about that other Mayfield? What was his name? Curtis?
Curtis Mayfield.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Oh, my goodness.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes, man. By the time I get to Phoenix, I
Come
remember
on.
that song, man. Ashe. You know, I was thinking about a sister. She recorded for 11 years.
That's right.
Never had her name on a royalty check. Called her Billie Holiday, but I don't think that's what she was born.
Eleanor Golf.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ella Fitzgerald.
That's right.
Ashe.
How about Barry White?
Oh, my goodness. Ashe.
Ashe. Lovers Unlimited.
Love is unlimited. My darling. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
How about Maurice White?
Ashe.
How about Bernie Mac?
Ashe. I ain't scared of you.
Aretha Franklin.
Ashe.
Listen to
Somebody
that.
said John
Ashe.
Coltrane.
John Coltrane. Come
Ashe.
on.
You know what?
How about Freddie Hubbard
Ashe.
from San Francisco?
Right now, I want everybody to say the name of at least one person that you need to remember, that you want to come alive inside of you right now, because we're about to fill up our unity cup,
That's right.
and we don't want to forget nobody. So right now, all at once, fill this room with the names
Herman
of your loved
Smith.
ones that you want to remember. Say their name. Say their name. Say their name.
Elizabeth
Say their name.
Smith.
Say their name. Say their name. Say their name.
Sam
if you don't remember
Loggins.
them, they won't remember you. Say their name. Say their name. Say
Ida
their
B.
name.
Wells.
Say their name. Say their name. John Lewis. Chadwick Boseman.
Come on. Ashe.
James Brown. Ashe.
Ashe. Aaliyah.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe.
I'm
May.
going to make sure this one, man, I wish I had another cup. We go
Come
around.
on.
They
We go all the way around. We be all right. We just getting started.
warmed up in here. Pour libations for the ancestors. You don't need us to do it. You can do this yourself. Pour libations for the ancestors. Remember those who came before you. Remember whose shoulders you stand on and are obligated. That brother playing some good music over there. Is that DJ Mr. C?
Mr. C, give it up for Mr. C, please.
Nguzu Saba, the 7 principles. UMOJA is unity, and that's the way it should always be. To build and maintain unity in the family, nation, and community. As a people, we need to get together and share our blessings. That's the way it should always be. UMOJA is unity. Kujichagulia is self-determination, you see? To define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. Kujichagulia is self-determination, you see? I need freedom to define my own goals, so no one has to speak for me. Ujima, collective work and responsibility to build and maintain our community together. Your worry is mine, my worry is yours, whatever. Let's take responsibility for our past and what our future's gonna be. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Ujamaa, cooperative economics. That money, man, to build and maintain our own stores, our own shops, our own businesses, getting props, sharing profits, feeling fine. I buy your goods, you buy mine. Believing people come before profits do. Power to the people, to the me, to the you. Ujamaa, we must understand that money, man. Nia is purpose, like a little girl's name, to make our collective work the lifting and building of our community so our people can rise to their traditional greatness. We are social beings and we must work together, our hood. But Nia's purpose, so it's all good. Kuumba is creativity, to do always as much as you can in the way that you can. So the community we inherit is more lovely than it began. Enhance the world, a flavor from you, a taste from me. Kuumba is creativity. Imani is faith. To believe in our hearts and our people, in our parents and our teachers too, and the righteousness of our struggle. Believe in the power of you. Selectively honor our leaders. Forever encourage the young with Imani, with faith. Y'all repeat after me. Umoja. That's unity. Kujichagulia, self-determination. Come on, y'all. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Nia, purpose. Kuumba, creativity. Imani, faith. Come on. Umoja, Kujichagulia, Ujima, Ujamaa, Nia, Kuumba, Imani, Ashe. Who's going to have a positive day? Ashe, Ashe. Who's going to have a positive learning day? Ashe, Ashe. Who will respect themselves today? Ashe, Ashe. Who will respect the teacher today? Ashe, Ashe. Who will smile today? Say still. Who will laugh today? Say I. Who will love today? Say rise. Who gonna get their Kwanzaa on today? Say Ashe. Okay, y'all, come on, get your rock on. Get your rock on, there you go. Oh yeah, come on, y'all. That little girl back there, she said, I was waiting on this part. Say, I'm gonna get my Kwanzaa on. Say, I'm gonna get my Kwanzaa on. Say, I'm gonna get me some Kwanzaa. Say, I'm gonna get my Kwanzaa on. Clap your hands now. Kwanzaa is a 7-day celebration for a year-long practice. We celebrate Kwanzaa for 7 days at the end of the year so that we can practice the Nguzu Saba for the whole year until we get back to the 26th of December. We want to have unity in the neighborhood. We want to have collective work and responsibility. We want to have self-determination. We want to spend our money with each other. Do you know that if we didn't spend our money so fast and we just leave it in the neighborhood, we wouldn't be so broke all the time? We need to spend our money with each other. Look at our friends over in the Japanese community. That money goes around about 10 times before it leaves the community. We need to, don't hate, imitate, huh? Some of that stuff is worth doing. Don't hate, donate. I'm telling you, be creative. Create things with your genius. Everybody in this room is unique. Kwanzaa is to help us to understand that there are things going on in the community, and the Nguzo Saba will heal each of them. If we perfected just one of those principles, everything that we cry about and are sad about, it would be alleviated. It would melt like an ice cube on the sidewalk in the summertime. I'm just trying to tell you what's true. Say, I'm gonna get my Kwanzaa on. Say, I'm gonna get my Kwanzaa on. A young man called me earlier today and said, man, I need to take better care of my wife and my family. I said, brother, just you saying that, you've already started. Say, I'm gonna get my Kwanzaa on. Me too. Give yourself a hand. Miss Adrian, I saw what you did there. She said, I don't care what you're doing, just do the dang song, Clint. You just rolled it right up there on me, and I had to just go ahead and take that. So here go the thing. I want to acknowledge this sister right here. This is my big sister, Adrian Williams. And 16 years ago, Brother Malik and I were doing Kwanzaa just because we wanted to. Because Miss Adrian had $12.52. So she couldn't pay nobody. But we were like, we don't need no money. We gets paid. We gets paid every time we do this with you. And over the years, people have started to come out and started to celebrate Kwanzaa. And I just want to give her love. And you guys, one more time for Miss Adrian Williams.
I told a story earlier today. When I left Chicago, in Chicago we celebrated Kwanzaa, and I used to use Kwanzaa. If I missed you at Christmas, I'd hit you at Kwanzaa, as far as gifts. So when I first arrived in San Francisco, I couldn't find a Kwanzaa celebration. So I decided, with my little fast self, that I would start taking Kwanzaa to the community. And I remember our first Kwanzaa was at West Side Housing, over there on Post Street. At the time, my after-school program was based out of St. Andrew's Church. And I was doing Kwanzaa my way. Didn't know that there was a routine or that there was a strategy. I just celebrated Kwanzaa. I knew the day after Christmas, I celebrate Kwanzaa. And I keep my Kwanzaa table in my bedroom up year-round. Actually, that's a part of my Kwanzaa. And so Kwanzaa means a lot to me because I work with kids, and I wanted them to appreciate their culture. And Kwanzaa, the whole concept, the whole principle, the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles, keep me grounded. And so each year at Kwanzaa, I promise that I'm going to diligently practice the principles of Kwanzaa every day. And I think I do that here in the community. We've been doing Kwanzaa. This is our 17th year, so I think I'm dedicated to it. And also, it educates our babies to their history, to who they are, the greatness of black people. And what I love about Kwanzaa, even though we focus on the motherland, Kwanzaa is an American holiday. It was birthed right in Southern California. And in one year, I think we were at Minnie and Lovey, I ran into some sisters who say, you always talk about giving Dr. Karenga all of the credit. Well, we were out of Oakland, And we started Kwanzaa. I never had heard that before. And I met those sisters and I believe them. So this is one of my favorite holidays. I have not in 16 years had time for Christmas because I'm preparing for Kwanzaa. So Merry Christmas to all those people I forgot. And welcome to our 17th annual Kwanzaa celebration.
Right on, Adrian. And when we talk about jazz history in the Fillmore and the unity we used to have back in the day when we had Bop City and all the great spots around this place, you can't help but remember Charles Sullivan, Ashe. Charles Sullivan ran that Fillmore Auditorium before it was a Bill Graham Fillmore Auditorium. Charles Sullivan ran Bop City, when all the greats would play. Talk about Duke Ellington. We talked about Billie Holiday, Ashe. All the greats that came through there, the Alley brothers, Vernon Alley and Eddie Alley. My father, F. Allen Smith, on trumpet, over there at Bop City. And we had more than 20 jazz joints up and down Fillmore Street back in the Unity, real Unity days. So before we get into the program, I just wanted to say a little bit about Charles Sullivan, because you need to know the man's name, and just give him an Ashe. Thank you. We do have Brianna J here doing a dance. Is she with us, Adrian? Is she ready? Because we got a little program, we want to keep it going. As Adrian would say, if you can hear me, clap your hands. Yeah. Come on out, Brianna. And remember the greats, the Vernon Alley brothers that used to play up and down the clubs. We got to remember all the folks that came through the Jazz Heritage Center that are still with us playing that great jazz music. And it's the history that, we need to embrace and move forward with. And that's part of our Kwanzaa celebration, the memories of our ancestors. We had it at the lobby at the Jazz Heritage Center, which is right up the street. And we got to keep moving on. So now we're over here, and that's fine. And we'll be somewhere else tomorrow. But right now we're celebrating here. Is she with us? Is Brianna here? Is she ready? Okay. Oh, okay. And we got Brianna, and it's going to perform a little dance number for us. Please welcome Brianna J. Come on out. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Dance-a-thon, beautiful, beautiful. Now for our next part of our program, we're gonna move right along. Unless she has another step that I don't know about. Come on then, I'm gonna introduce Devorah Majors, a dear friend of mine, because she's gonna give a little poetry, share a little poetry with us. So give us a second, we'll get it straight. Devorah Majors.
Thank you to all of you, to the ancestors, to Adrian for honoring me with asking me here. And I actually thought about, for these times, for this year, what unity means and what UMOJA should mean for us. And my daughter's so pregnant, she may be going into labor at this moment. So I'm going, yeah. So, and I have to say, we were 4 generations in San Francisco, and we're all gone now. My daughter, 3 generations of us are in Oakland now, but it's not the same. Even though I like Oakland, don't get me wrong, Oakland's got a lot going for it, but still. Anyway, for us to create the change we need to create sooner rather than later, it takes a movement. We know of storms and barricades, and we know of changing tides. We have been wave after wave after wave, surging together, reshaping the land, human in our fragilities, human in our strengths. We have stood still, slipped backwards, pushed forward, are pushing still because there's further to go. There was a time when it was harder to stand, but we stood. Harder to step forward, but we strode. Harder to speak out, but we sang together. It took a movement then. It takes a movement now. History is nothing but moments strung together, moments of passion and moments of pain, moments of hunger and moments of feast, moments of forbearance and of rage. But somehow, when we climb into those moments together, we expand the reasons for celebration. Together, we reduce the amount of toil, of injustice, of fear. We're at a crossroads once again. Our time again to smooth the road we walk upon, to stand up, to step forward, to speak out. We are never at the beginning. We are never at the end, but we are always at the front. We who know of dirty fingernails and hard work, we who tend the births and the deaths, we who teach and guard, guide and attend, plant and reap, clean and cook, paint and sculpt, investigate and report, and care for more than each other and our charges. We are a movement, moving past indecision, moving past fear, past disgusted, past overwhelmed and disillusioned. We are a movement, remembering our victories, however small, however large, and carrying them into the tomorrow while moving from the impossible to the possible. And I have 2 more short ones. How do we do that? We rise. First, we have to look at, our wealth, African American wealth, is the same as it was just after the Civil War, but we own less land than we did in 1880. So we need to really realize we need to rise back up. We bow with respect, kneel in homage, give thanks to our ancestors, and then we rise. We bend in harsh storms, we stumble and fall, pull each other back, broken at times, but we heal, and then we rise. They stuff our mouths with their lies, twist our children with their venom, deny our history, breaking all mirrors that show us our true selves. But we wash our mouths with flowing river water, cleanse our eyes with gentle spring rains, take our children to the sea and unwind their limbs, as we tell them stories of how we survived, of how we carry our ancestors' breath in our mouths. We teach our children who we have been, who they are, and why we must learn to climb mountains with sturdy ropes and enduring faith, of why we must climb closer and closer to the sun so that we, like it, will rise and rise and rise again. And This last one is, you know, if you look at some of the traditional African knowledge, one of the things they always speak of is that we are star people. Out of clay, they caution. Dust to dust, they intone. From earth you came, and to earth you will return, they admonish. They remind us we are mortal and subject to death, yet insist on their eternals, demons or angels, paradise or purgatory, merely angels with a finite number of days. But we have exploded as novas, burned through countless galaxies, ridden on the tails of comet, danced on the edge of asteroids until in a dizzying frenzy of passion we fell through the viscous ozone, past cooling clouds, to settle on the ooze that feeds the ocean's floor. It was there that we decided to grow limbs and tongue, all the while holding inside the truth of our origin: magnesium, iron, copper, calcium. We are the stuff that stars are made of. It's a scientific fact, a cosmic truth. In ignorance and in knowing, we hold grains of the divine inside ourselves. We are stardust. I thank you.
One more time for Devora Major, our own poet, Luceret. Yeah. Now we have a performance by Nano. Is Nano with us? Everybody feeling good now? You feeling it now? Kwanzaa 2022 going into 2023. How do you feel? How you feeling? Yeah, so we do have a poet performance by Aaliyah Jones. Is she with us? Okay. Then we will go into closing remarks, baby. Because once again, but before we do that, I want you to reflect on this big, beautiful sign up here, because it reminds us that this dynamo for 17 years has been creating Kwanzaa and bringing it to us. Yes, one more big round of hand for Adrian Williams. Woo! And now for some closing remarks.
I used to be this size. I'm so reflective. I said I had to be that little to still be this little. Come say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Hi, Mama. Like mother, like daughter. Little dancer. Listen, thank you guys. In spite of the weather, we persevered. I can't stand this light, and it's following me. But thank you guys for coming out. We have a wonderful dinner. So let's have some dinner. And we're going to take a break now and get my favorite, I call her my house band, Tia Carroll up here, to sing for us. So why don't you all go grab a plate of food. I'm going to get Tia up here. We got Mr. C someplace so we can boogie. And what was the jam I heard today that I liked, Miss Gloria? Oh, Harambe. Forgive me. We got to do the Harambe, and then we'll go grab some food, come back, sit back and hear some blues, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you, guys.
Please give it up for her one more time, please. She does so much for so many babies in the community, and that's really what adulthood is all about in the black community, you know, is really being there, being a surrogate parent, grandparent, uncle, somebody of that mode. So what I would like to do is if you can, stand up where you are, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a Harambe ceremony, and this Harambe is about us pulling together. All this love and energy that you just felt here on this floor was really about drumming up the love and drumming up the energy to up our babies so they can have somewhere free to run. And what we want to do is pull all of that energy down over our hearts, saying Harambe, and we say it 7 times. We hold it as long as we can. I don't want nobody to fall out. But you hold it on the 7-1 with all the conviction for your babies and the babies you don't know. And for all of those who can't be here, we hold it and we say Ashe. Is that okay with you? All right, let's get it in. Harambe, 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 Harambe. Let's all pull together. Let's all pull together. Kwanzaa Yenu Iwe Nahari. Kwanzaa Yenu Iwe Nahari. Matunda ya Kwanzaa, let's eat. Do we want to pray first, or what do you want to do? We're going to go into our prayer, because I know my grandma would have, oh, nope, ain't going to happen. All right, so you may bow your heads, you may give a moment of silence. Assuredly, we are seeking and striving to be the righteous reflection of the Creator and not of the misguided ones. For our entire life existence is for the purpose, the plan, the will, and the upliftment of the God and the principles that governs the universe. There is no valid authority greater than this. We are sternly obedient. And by this oath, we live our lives, and we will eat our food in peace, happiness, and a new year. We say, Ashe. Thank you.
And just a reminder, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we'll be at Hamilton Rec. And at 7 o'clock, we'll be at Jones Methodist Church. Join us.
Let the good times roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Everybody let the good times roll. Everybody let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Oh, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll, yeah, yeah. I don't care if you're young or old. Everybody let the good times roll. Yeah, let 'em roll now. Let 'em roll, yeah. Let those good times roll. Let the good times roll. I don't care if you're young or old, you're hot or cold. Let the good times roll. Yeah, let 'em roll now. Let 'em roll, yeah. Let the good times roll, nah, let 'em roll. Hey, I don't care if you're young or old. Everybody let the good times roll. Yeah, you better let 'em roll now. You better let 'em roll now. You better let 'em roll, oh, yeah. Let the good times roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Everybody let the good times roll. Y'all tell everybody today is the first day of Kwanzaa. We gon' get our Kwanzaa on. We got $1, a quarter, a nickel. Hey. Woo! So don't you let nobody play us cheap, 'cause we got 50 cents more than we're gonna keep. Oh, yeah, we're gonna let the good times roll. See, I don't care want you to rock me, baby. Oh, like my back ain't got no bone. Hey, come on and rock me. Come on and rock me. I want you to rock me. Oh, rock me, baby. Rock me all night long. Ooh, yeah. I want you to rock me, baby. Ooh, like my back ain't got no bones. All right, thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't like the way she walked, didn't like the way she talked, but I had to move on. Hey, hey, yeah, didn't like the way she walked, didn't like the way she talked, but I had to move on. Now when the girl tried to take my man right from the palm of my hand, I knew I had to move on. Oh, got 5-0 in my rear view, doing 95 in my old 52, trying to move on. I got 5-0 in my rear view, doing 95 in my old 52, trying to move on. When the man pulled me over to the side, I lied, cried, inside to move on. Oh yeah. Down, try to put me underground, but I gotta move on. This old world trying to put me down, trying to put me underground, but I gotta move on. I got a message for y'all. Get up when you fall and move on. Oh, you got to move on. To move on. You got to move on, you got to move on. I got a message from y'all. Get up when you fall and move on. Hey, get up, get up, get up. To move on. I got a message for y'all. Get up when you fall and move on. Yes, thank you so much. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm ready to love again. Let me in, getting in the lover's lane, yeah. You know it's been much too long. I ain't been with no one since you've been gone. I couldn't look at another man. I kept on waiting, but now you understand that I'm ready to love again. Roll the dice, I'm getting in the battle again, yeah. I found myself distraught and confused, locked up at home just singing the blues. Don't know for sure when the change took place, but look at this smile all over my face. I'm ready to love again, yeah. Giddy up, I'm getting back in the saddle again, yeah. Ready to love again. Oh, hey conductor, let me back on the love train. Woo-hoo. I'm letting go of all of my fears. Time to put myself back out there. It's time for me to start moving on. 'Cause I've been waiting much too long, and I'm ready to love again. Giddy up, I'm ready to love again, yeah. Come on, I'm ready. Said I'm ready to love again. Hey, hey, yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. We're going to do some more blues for you. Is that all right? Yes. All right. I like that reaction. Thank you. Town, soul and blues, baby, you know I wear the crown. I'm a blues woman. Go ahead. 8-bar shuffle, 12-bar swing, all night long. You know I do my thing. I'm a blues woman. Go ahead, check my bag. Yeah, I can't keep no money. You know you better pay me with cash. Late night walk back to my hotel. Maybe I find a honey come and ring my bell. I'm a blues woman. Go ahead, check my bag. Yeah, I can't keep no money. You know you better pay me with cash. Yeah, yeah, yeah. South, ain't nothing but the blues coming out of my mouth. All the people love me and I know they said so. I know they won't forget me when I walk out the door. I'm a blues woman. Go ahead, check my bag. I can't keep no money. You know you better pay me with cash. I'm a blues woman. I'm a blues woman. Yeah, I'm a blues woman. Go ahead, check my bag. Hey, I can't keep no money. You better pay me with cash. All right, thank you so much. About your past, I just want our love to last. I don't care, darling, about your wants. I just want, yeah, to satisfy your pulse. Oh, when you kiss me, baby, when you miss me, baby, hey, come on and hold me tight. Make everything alright. I'll break out in a cold sweat. Hey, hey. See, I don't care about your wants. I just want to satisfy your pulse. Now I don't care, ooh, about the way you treat me, baby. I just want for you to understand me. Oh, hey, yeah. When you kiss me, baby, when you miss me, baby, come on and hold my hand. Make me understand. I break out in a cold sweat. Hey! When you kiss me, baby, when you miss me, baby, hey, come on and hold me tight. Make everything alright. I break out in a cold sweat. Hey, what the people say, y'all? They say something about Kwanzaa, right? Wow! I feel good. I knew that I would, yeah. I feel good. I knew that I would now. So good, so good. I got you. I feel nice. Yeah, the sugar and spice. I feel nice. The sugar and spice. Well, hey, oh, so nice. So nice. I got you. Kick it, y'all. Oh, when I hold you in my arms, know that I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, love can't do you no harm. And I feel nice like sugar and spice. I feel nice like sugar and spice. Hey, hey, oh, so nice, so nice. I got you. I feel good. Hey, I knew that I would. I feel good. I knew that I would. Yeah, yeah. So good, so good. I got you. Kick it, David. I feel good. I knew that I would, yeah. I feel good. I knew that I would, yeah. So good, so good. I got you. So nice, so nice. I got you. So good, so good, I got you. All right. All right, that's an ashe from Mr. James Brown. Ha ha. Ain't nobody worrying when the shots fly high and the sirens start to ring. Ain't nobody worrying when the kids die young and the mothers are suffering. Ain't nobody praying when they kneel down low, all they're doing is tying the shoestring. Ain't nobody worrying no more. The homeless have nowhere to turn when their stomach start to burn, cause they ain't got food to eat. How the children gonna learn when they gotta take turns, cause they ain't got books to read? Then our babies turn to crime, started getting high, cause the job train running kinda slow. Ain't nobody worrying no more. When the tears start to fall and you can't see your way, then just carry on. Come on Judgment Day. You don't have to mourn, cause help is on the way. Cause ain't nobody worrying no more, no more. See, these are our precious times. Disease taking lives, Medicaid ran out. Show me a weapon line. There's a mother on her own, she's trying to beat the drought. Tell me, when will this end? All the suffering, my faith is running kinda low. Ain't nobody worrying. No, 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 no. Ain't nobody worrying no more, no more, no more. Hey, and when the tears start to fall and you can't see your way, then just carry on. Come on Judgment Day, yeah. You don't have to mourn, because help is on the way. Cause ain't nobody worrying no more, no more. Ain't nobody worrying when the shots fly high and the sirens start to ring. Ain't nobody worrying when the kids die young and the mothers are suffering. Ain't nobody worrying black man doing time. Government fence him in. Ain't nobody worrying. Hey, we need prayer, y'all. Ain't nobody worrying no more, no more, no more. Ain't nobody worrying, yeah. Hey, when the shots fly high and the sirens start to ring, ain't nobody worrying, yeah, yeah. Ain't nobody praying when they kneel down low. All they doing is tying the shoestring. 'Cause ain't nobody worrying no more, no more, no more. Whoa. Oh, ain't nobody worrying. No, no. Ain't nobody worrying. No. Ain't nobody worrying. There ain't nobody worrying no more, no more, no more. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4. What would I give for just a few moments? What would I give just to have you near? Tell me you will try to slip away somehow. 'Cause I need you, darling. I need you right now. Can we slip away? Slip away, slip away. Oh, I need you so. Love, how sweet it is when you're still in love. Let me tell you something, darling. How sweet it is, yeah. I know it's wrong, these things I ask you to do. Oh, but please believe me, darling, I never meant to hurt you. So can you slip away without him knowing that you're gone? Then we can meet somewhere, ooh, somewhere where we're both not known. Can you slip away, slip away, slip away? Oh, I need you so. to do. Oh, but please believe me, darling, I never meant to hurt you. Can you slip away, yeah, without her knowing that you're gone? Then we can meet somewhere where we're both not known. Can we slip away, slip away, slip away? Oh, oh, darling, can we slip away? Without her knowing that you're gone. And I know that it's wrong. Ooh, I wanna slip away, yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanna slip away, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. That's yeah, when it started growing out of my head this color, I was like, okay, let it go. The party's jumping, everybody's having a good time. You know it's going through my mind. Do you mind if I get comfortable? Kick off these high heel shoes, yeah. While you're fixing me a drink, I'll play you some of these down home blues, yeah. I don't get out much out on the town, and you know I done cut out a lot of that running around all week long. I've been keeping my cool, yeah, oh yeah. But tonight I'll get my head back, get down on these down home blues, well. Down home blues, down home blues. just as I choose. Yeah. I'm gonna get my head back and party on them down home blues. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, woo. Down home blues. Down home blues. Now all I wanna hear is them down home blues all night long. Every other record or two, yeah. I'm gonna get my head back and party on them down home blues. Happy Kwanzaa! All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for celebrating Kwanzaa with us. You got 6 more days to go, so hang in there, y'all. Try to make it to every one of those events. If you can't make it, send a friend. All right, y'all. Love you. Ciao.